Hi guys, today we're going to be doing my top 5 drugstore blushes. I recently figured out that it is actually very hard to pick just 5 blushes. Blushes aren't really one of my favorite beauty items, but I really actually got into it like this last summer. Well, I always kind of was that person that just had, a couple blushes and that suited me for either one season or another, but lately, I actually really got into the blush thing like over the last year or so, and I've definitely grown in what type of blushes I look at, and like I've tried different colors and everything this year that I would never have thought of trying before, and I found some pleasant surprises, so I'm just going to share those finds right with you guys. The first one we're going to start out with is one of my most surprising ones, and I haven't really seen anyone talk particularly about this one, and it is the Maybelline blush. It is one of the limited editions, and it's called Coral Burst, and it is bluntly orange. That is just blunt orange. It's more bright than what's showing up on camera a little bit. It's a little more neonish colored, and at first I saw this and I was like, this is going to be an absolute disaster. Why am I doing this? Why? I shouldn't be doing this. And then I tried it, and I was like, actually, this was nice. Because, like, even though it's so bright and kind of dark, I actually am only putting it on that darkly so you can kind of tell what color it is and tell what's going on with it. But, like, it's actually the blush I have on right now. And I don't know how accurately you can see it in the camera, but I really loved this blush. I was like, this is great, and it doesn't come off. It has great lasting power, and it gave me like a very natural looking flush. And honestly, I was worried about, because it was orange, giving me a fake tan look, especially because I don't tan like purposely. I tan from exposure in life, but I don't purposely go out and tan, and I don't use a fake tanner at all, so I was afraid it was going to give that orangey like fake tan effect, but it actually just gave a really luminous, and it's kind of satiny, so it gave a very luminous kind of glow, and it lasts all day. I mean, it has outworn some of my other makeup. I would definitely say it's a really dewy, glowy kind of summer color. The next one I would also say is a summer color, and it is this e.l.f. one. And I'm actually holding this shut. It's not broken. Well, not like it closes, but mine, for some odd reason, its little glass thing fell out. As you can see, it's supposed to be like inside here. And I'm going to glue that back in. That doesn't distress or concern me, honestly, that much. It is a bright flamingo colored, and it is called Pink Passion. And it is just a bright pink. A bright neon pink. And it looks like that. And just like with that one, it isn't overpowering if it's used correctly. I mean, if you just give it a light dusting, it is a perfect little, like, just sun-kissed glow kind of color, but it is a very cool pink. I will say that. It's not a warm kind of color at all. So I would say it's more of a summer color, definitely. The rest of my blushes, I would say, are either neutral or they are a winter color. The next one we're going to go over is my NYC Color Wheel. This one is Pink Cheek Glow, and this is a very light one. And I'm going to explain now. I was practicing swatching things and stuff like that, and that's on this finger, and I was actually having a little bit of a hard time having it show up. And it's not so much for my camera and lighting, it's because I'm very tan. Like I said, I don't purposely tan, but because I don't have to. I tan very easily from exposure. So we're actually going to try putting this on the underneath of my wrist so you can actually see it, because I found that a lot of times you can't really see them. And it is right here. And as said, I think this would be just fine for fall if you are looking for that. And these are very cheap, so I definitely say it was a good investment. I think they last all day. All of these are relatively cheap. I mean, e.l.f., speaks for itself. They're like $3. That one, I think, was like $3 or $4. And this one, I don't actually know the price of it. I got it on a sale, so I'm honestly not entirely sure what the price of the Maybelline blushes are, to be honest. The next one is a definite cost-efficient blush. And I love this thing. It is a Wet n Wild blush. This thing is so pigmented. You do not need a lot. I rubbed on a lot. It's my middle one. You do not need a lot. Like, I swatched a lot of this just so you guys could see it. But it is this one right here. And again, this is the Wet n Wild, and this one is called Pearlescent Pink. This one has a little bit of glitter in it. It definitely has a little shimmer in it. So if that bothers you, I wouldn't use it. Like, if you like matte things, I would not say this is matte at all. It's not like sheer, but it bluntly has like a little flecks of glitter, gold glitter in it. And those are really cost effective. They're very, very cheap. And you do not need a lot. As I said, I swatched like way more than I probably needed to, but I wanted to make sure you guys could really, really, you know, get kind of a grasp for the colors. Honestly, all these blushes are going to be all day lasting. I mean, there's a reason I like them. There's a reason they've been picked, you know, for my top 5. They all last pretty much all day. I mean, yeah, sometimes for the lighter ones, like this one. Here, I'll show you guys this one. This Revlon blush. It's one of my favorite. This shows up very accurately on the camera. It is not, I mean, it has a little subtle warmness to it, but it is like a brownish mauve color. And all my fingers are dyed funny colors. So, here, we'll use the pinky. And as you can see, it's more like a dark, it's more like a light brown, honestly, with a slight little mauve hint. And I don't know how well it's really going to be able to be seen on camera, honestly, because this one is a light blush. It is a very, very light one. But I personally like that sometimes. I'm sorry, I'm looking down. I'm trying to swatch it dark enough. And it is this one right here that kind of resembles a bruise. But it is a very light blush. It is actually the reason I like it, though. It lasts all day. This one is number 180 Tender Plum. And again, they look like this. And it lasts all day. All day. Out of all the blushes, I'd say this one lasts the longest. And it is a very subtle kind of sun-kissed, naturey kind of glow. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's very, very natural. And I actually like that it's light like it is because it's very buildable because of that. I don't have to worry I'm going to slap on too much too quickly trying to build up a certain type of color. This one's very gradual and very controllable, and that is actually what I like about it. Definitely go look at these blushes, look at these brands for their blush. I really enjoyed them. If you wanted to know my top favorite one out of all of these, honestly, I would definitely say it was this one. I've used it the most. It is subtle and buildable, as said. And these don't have a particular name. It just says powder blush. But if you have any sort of favorite blushes, I would love for you to tell me about them so I could go try them. I'm always interested in hearing comments from you guys about whatever beauty products I'm reviewing at the time, because it gives me you know, better ideas of what I should go try before just going and buying new products that may or may not have any good leverage about them at all. And plus, I would love to give feedback on that. I hope you enjoyed the blush video and are having a great day, guys. So that's it for right now. Have a good night, all of you, and peace out.